Ready to go.
Yeah.
ブランドのこととか、あとはラムシーのことをちょっといろいろ聞いてきました。メーカーである彼から VS3 とか、商品のことをちょっと聞こうかなと思います。
So VS3 began as a concept in my mind that I wanted to bring to the world probably around a year ago now. And I really wanted to create a home grinder that was capable of commercial level standards of grinding, but in a package that's well valued and a high robust quality of build. So my experience within the coffee industry has always taught me about needing products to be highly dependable and built well, but also at a price that everyone can access. And that was my goal with the VS3, was to create a grinder that could offer all of those points. But also the coffee nerd in me wanted to pack as much performance and capability into the product as possible. My experience in the past servicing from the big commercial grinders to small commercial, like the Mythos One or Malkonings and EK43s across all the range, and then even to home with other brands as well. It really gave me a lot of experience to be able to pull all of that knowledge together and try and make my grinder that I wanted to share with the world. So it started actually with the shape. The shape is very important because it allows the workflow and the ergonomics of the product to really balance together. And I spent quite a long time getting just the two-dimensional profile of the shape prepared to something that I felt very comfortable with. And again, all of that experience with just being a barista and a roaster and brewing in those fast environments and understanding what it needs to be to achieve that, but also how that impacts a grinder at home. That whole refinement of that learning process through to domestic is very important, I feel, because that's where we gain a lot of experience and feedback about products that we're able to condense into a final resolution for home. So that was a big part of this process, and after that we began modeling and drawing the products, which I do myself as well. And then it became the sampling stage after that. So we spent around 6 months in development with sampling and alpha and beta test prototypes. And of course we shared them with Kigu and a number of our partners as well around the world. And that time was very important too. That's where we gained all of that critical feedback about the grinder as an overall product, but also down to the finest detail of distribution and particle consistency, flavor, retention, static, workflow, every aspect, and most importantly as well the build quality and material selection. So that's a really fun process for us to work through, and we get a lot of pleasure out of that feedback from our trusted partners. So after that period we had refined the product a lot. I think we went through around 8 to 10 different iterations and design refinements, and then we arrived at the final sampling stage where we were very happy with our results, as well as our partners being ready to proceed as well. So that's pretty much the Varia story, and after that the first production round began, and ever since then it's been VS3's been a very busy product.
Yes,
but extremely fun to design and extremely honoured to involve the people that we have with the process. It's been something very dear to me and to the company as well.
You say like 10,000 units, like in the month you sold?
Well, actually, we're coming up to 15,000 pieces already in the last around the last 4.5 months.
Wow.
So it's busy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
Definitely.
But I think at this stage, VS3 will only continue to get stronger. And as we work with products, every time we're always looking to strengthen and refine, and also offer ability for customers to customize or update certain components or parts. For instance, the burrs,
Yes.
that can offer a difference in taste and brewing experience, and some other exciting things we've got in the pipeline too. So
Yes.
it's a very positive outlook for the future of Varia VS3.
That's good. Thank you. So 今 VS3 について結構深く聞いたんですけど、もう少し話せたらちょっと歯についても聞いていきましょうか。
The burrs are something that are really able to expand the experience that someone can have with brewing with VS3. The stock burr that comes installed with VS3 is a 6-core stainless steel burr, and it's a high nitrogen stainless steel too, so it has a very hard cutting edge. And the base burr has a medium consistency across grind particles, and also it has a nice range. You can access filter, you can access cold brew, and espresso as well. It has a medium body and a little more acidity than the titanium coated burrs, but it's a great all-rounder. That's how we see it. When you move to the titanium coated or the Hypernova, for instance, we're using an extra process within the burr manufacturing. So all three of these get coated with a titanium. It's a very thin micron level of coating, but what it does is it helps to reduce the surface temperature of the cutting edge, as well as hardening that cutting edge. So that improves the efficiency of the burr while it's grinding, and also helps to keep a more stable temperature, which has a big impact on flavor. So the gold and the black supernova burr with the titanium, they have an increased grind range, but also because of the titanium coating, they'll grind a little bit slower than the normal stainless steel. But that actually has a big impact with flavor too, and the grind range increases as well at the espresso end because of the slower grinding, and because of the harder surface, we're able to access more particle sizes. Then the Hypernova, for instance, is our top burr. So that uses a 440 stainless steel. That's an even higher, harder, higher quality stainless steel, and then that gets coated with a iridescent titanium coating, which is takes a long time to do. It looks very beautiful, but it actually has a very hard edge, a harder edge than these two. This is almost similar to the hardness of some Japanese knives. So it's a very hard edge, and the iridescent titanium with the 440 stainless material keeps a very cool temperature. The surface of it too has less static retention than the normal stainless steel burr too. So essentially between all four of these burr sets you can have a different experience of flavor, and that's something that we wanted to bring to the VS3 range, so that we can expand the brewing potential for customers, and it's actually just down to personal preference as well. We understand that, even for instance myself, everyone has different flavor preferences, and each coffee is different as well, and we need to be able to support our customers to be able to experiment, and that's the whole ethos behind Varia as well, was to be able to change and be able to brew different. That's our slogan. So we want to continue creating those opportunities where our customers can really explore the world of coffee.
皆さんから、来た質問について答えていきたいと 思います。いくつかね新しい次世代機についてとか新しい歯についてとか聞かれてるので、そこら辺結構いろいろ聞いていこうと思います。
Yeah, so VS3 is a constant project for us,
Yes.
And we're always looking to offer our customers more. So we are at the moment we're working on a bigger version of VS3.
Bigger version, wow.
It will be a bit bigger. It's not going to be compact like VS3. It's a very small footprint. The next version that we're considering is VS6.
It's 6. Okay.
And it will be a more commercial focused grinder. So at this stage, it's top secret, but we're happy to share with you. And there's going to be some new additions to the performance of the grinder at that commercial performance focus. There will also be a bigger burr set in the grinder. So we plan to use a 63 or a 64 millimeter conical burr, and we're going to introduce some bigger power as well as variable RPM is our goal to achieve. So it's going to be quite a different beast, but still enveloping that same VS3 design aesthetic and ethos. So that grinder we're working on, and we'll be sharing some testing and results very soon. But in terms of accessories for VS3 and developments, we plan to bring out some updated dosing cups so that we can integrate with different portafilter sizes, and there will also be potentially an espresso handle cradle, so that our customers can hold their espresso handle while grinding on the VS3 itself. The other products that we'll bring out, we'll continue to release some additional burr sets as well in the near future. I think at this stage VS3's keeping us busy enough, and we want to really concentrate on the quality and its performance. So that's our main focus at the moment. But yes, in the background, the bigger version will be coming, and that's a very exciting thing to share.
Thank you. さあここまでラムシーのこととかバリアのブランドのこととかですね、いろんな話を聞いてきました。最後に日本の皆さんへのメッセージをちょっと聞いていこうかなと思います。
Yes, we do. Firstly, we're very honoured and very humbled to be a part of the community here, and we really hope that the ethos and our product knowledge and our experience is translated through our products to the Japanese community. We have a great deal of care and the level of detail in what we do, and we aspire to the standards and the level of dedication and quality that the Japanese culture inherits and shares together, and we find that very special. So there's a really amazing community already developing for Varia in Japan, and we feel very privileged to be a part of that, and to be so close to it also. So there's a very exciting future to come for Varia in Japan, and we're just excited to be a part of it. So it's very special to us.
Okay.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you so much. さあ、以上となります。今後器具ではバリアの新しい、次のね世代がもしかして、いつかもうちょっと先にあると思うんですけど出てきたりとか、新しいバーとかいろんなもうアクセサリーとかいろいろ出てくると思いますんで、ぜひチェックしてみてください。じゃあ今日は以上です。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。